Hey guys, Wanjiko Karaoke is my name, as always. I am back here to talk about marriage. As I told you, I have passion for marriage, family, and womanhood, and also parenting. But today, we are going to continue. As you remember in our previous video, we spoke about accepting our husband as they are. Those are the secrets to a happy marriage, so or to becoming an attractive woman. So we spoke about accepting your husband as he is, and the second one we spoke about admiring his masculine energy. And today we are going to go to the third one, and the third one is just awesome: making your husband the number one and how to support him. Making your husband the number one and how to support him. You see, when we get married, our husbands are usually our everything. I remember when I got married, I could not eat before my husband got home. Like, I felt empty. But immediately I gave birth to my firstborn, I found myself taking supper and sleeping early. And that is normal because getting a kid comes with a lot of responsibilities. Like, you feel fatigued, you feel tired, you feel overwhelmed, and that is okay. Doesn't mean that he is not your number one, doesn't mean that you do not love him, it doesn't mean that you do not support him. But now things change. Many women, after giving birth, and not even many women, I think almost 100%, 99% of women, when we give birth, we tend to forget our husbands. But there's something I have come to realize of late, and I have seen through many people, that immediately the children are gone, or when they get married, or when they go to boarding schools, or when they go to colleges, you are left alone with your husband. Like, he's the only person you are with in the house, and there's no one else to speak to. And my question is, what if when I got kids, I neglected my husband 100% and forgot about him and gave my children the first priority? We tend to be carried away by our children. We tend to forget our husbands, even maybe when serving them. Even me personally, who is speaking to you, sometimes I found myself forgetting him. Not because I do not love him, but because maybe the responsibilities were so many for me, especially for me. You remember, I am a mother of 4. You can now imagine. And the responsibility that comes with 4 kids, of course, it's not really easy. But how do you navigate through? How do you make your husband a number one? How do you support him? And, you know, when we begin marriage by making our husbands our number one. That is always, it happens in every family. Like, even when you're talking to your friends during the first year of marriage, you're only talking about your husband because maybe you have not even gotten kids, which happens to very many marriages. And he is the head of the family. And I always say, what you tell your children is what they pick. What they see is what they pick. Do you treat your husband as the king? Do you treat your husband as the hero of your home? What can your children say about your relationship with your husband when you're not there? When they are told to describe the relationship between you and their father, how do they describe it? What do you tell them about their children? What do you speak about their dad when he's not there? Or maybe when you're having a conversation with them. Is he their king? Is he their hero? Do you teach them how to respect him just as you teach yourself, or as you are supposed to take him, or to refer him as the head or the lead of your family? I always say children will go the both way. Like, if you are left alone, and if you are neglected, or you neglected your husband because of the children, what will happen when the children leave the home? What will happen when the children go? Will you go back to him and tell him, I've just realized that now that the kids have gone, that now you have to be the first? Like, you. And I remember when I got married, during my wedding, I was told that my husband is my firstborn. By that time, I could not understand. But when I got kids, I came to understand that he is the firstborn. Even when you're serving your children, sometimes you find yourself maybe serving their dad before them, not because you do not love your children, but that is how you are taught. It's a tradition. And sometimes people say that we forget the tradition, but there's some that we cannot forget. Our husbands are the leads. Our husbands are the heads. And let's now come to responsibilities. Like, how do you support your husband when maybe in the house and maybe he is not able to do some things just because he came from work discouraged, he came from work demotivated, maybe somebody embarrassed him in the office. Unfortunately, men hide so much hurt in their hearts, so much hurt in their hearts. Like, he became embarrassed in the office, and because you are not a person he is not very free with, and maybe you're the wife and you're not a friend. You know, you can be a friend, a wife to somebody, and you're not their friends. And he's from work, discouraged, embarrassed, demotivated, but he does not have somebody to talk to. Do you support him as the lead and as the number one in your family? Because if you take him as the number one, you will support him. You will listen to him when he's going through all this. And men go through so much pressure. And you are the one who is supposed to encourage him. The colleagues might not. They might bash him and push him, not even listen to him. And maybe he has been embarrassed by a boss. And when he comes home, he feels like his ego is really crushed. So as a wife, what do you do? Do you support him? He is the lead, he is the head, and I will keep repeating that. Do you? Do you make him feel like the way he felt when he was embarrassed at work? Like when he comes home, you're there to prove to him that just as the way they embarrassed you, that is who you are. Because your words really matter. Sometimes they might not even tell him. You might not even tell him, or he might not even tell you why he was embarrassed. You don't need to dig deep to know why he went through such a situation at work, or maybe outside, even work, or maybe with his friends. When he comes and tells you that I am feeling so down and I'm feeling so discouraged, I don't feel like I can do this anymore. As a wife, your words really matter. What you will tell that person when they come with such embarrassments really matters how they're going to handle the next embarrassment that they're going to face at work, or maybe the frustration, you know. And make your husband comfortable. That is what I always say. Make your husband comfortable. Let him feel comfortable telling you anything. Let him feel comfortable sharing anything with you as a wife. I said, and the reason we are talking about this, I said in the first video that we are homemakers, and I will keep repeating that. A homemaker is a person or a wife who you will get home, talk to about anything, anytime, anywhere, without feeling embarrassed. With a sense of like, I am accepted in this home and I can tell my wife anything. Is that the kind of a woman you are? Is that the kind of a wife you are? Ama you are the kind of a wife who comes from work and with the stories or stories you have been discussing with people at work are about discouraging your husband. And they tell you, go tell him that you don't give a damn. You cannot tell your husband you don't give a damn. That's a person that God gave you for you to support. That is a person that God gave you, not even to support financially. Because sometimes people hear support and they think it's financial. It's not all about money. It's not all about what you have in your pocket. It's about emotional support. Like this person, do you know there are people who get depressed just because of marriage? Like they're in that marriage, but they're walking on the road speaking to themselves because they are depressed. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to finish. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. Can you pray for your husband when he's going through a hard time as a wife? Do you ever mention him? Do you ever speak about his job? Do you ever speak about the people he associates with? Because your husband might associate with people who will lead you to the grave, who will lead your marriage to the grave. Do you ever pray about the friends your husband has? You know, his friendships, his relationship with people. Because as I said before, there's a time I was saying, the person you have married will even determine your success. Do you know you can marry a person and you will keep failing over and over again? Have you married a person who speaks blessings to your life? A person who will support you even when things are not working, you know? Because you cannot make hurtful remarks to your husband and you expect him to thrive. Like every time he feels discouraged, every time he feels hurt, he is bleeding, you know, his heart is in pain because of the person he married. So are you that kind of a person? And always say, give sympathetic and kind words to your husbands. They will take them a long way, because men do not know how to share what they are going through. So it is upon you, and it is your responsibility to know what you're going to speak to them. Speak life to your husband. Speak life to your husband, even when he's going to work, even when he's going to look for that little money that you call little, because there are women who say, bwanangu akona pesa kidogo hata hizi nisaidia. But speak life to even that little money that he has. And when he's coming home, remembering that his wife prayed for him, it really goes a long way. And I have taught myself, I don't know whether it's only me, but there's something I have taught myself as a wife, as a mother, and as a partner, that it is my responsibility to speak positive words upon my husband to whatever he's doing, his job, anything that he's planning to do, whether he's in or out, whether he's there or not. It is my responsibility to speak peace to him. And one thing I am grateful for is there's no day I can give an experience of a day I woke up and hated marriage. There's no day I woke up and cursed marriage, because I have not had an experience of feeling like I would want to quit. Because for me, I think God has been so faithful to me that the experiences that I have had, and I know they are real, I'm not saying they are not there, but I want us to first correct ourselves as wives. Then we are going to get there where we are going to list our the mistakes of our husbands, and then navigate and get to know how are we going to deal with this? How are we going to correct this? Because number one, as we said, accept this person. If you accept this person, if you keep admiring this person, if you keep supporting this person and making them your number one in your home, then we are going to go far. We have very many points to talk about for us to be attractive women to our husbands. And after that, we even talk about our husbands becoming attractive to us. But for now, we are going to talk about us. As we said, we correct ourselves. It starts with us. We correct ourselves first, then we are going to correct them. And thank you so much, guys. If you have any question you would want maybe me to answer, if you have any comment, if you have any clarification, just leave it at the comment section. If there's something you would want us to discuss, we are going to discuss about it broadly, not like now, we're not maybe discussing all of it, but we are going to discuss about it broadly and get to understand how we are going to go about all this. But kindly, we are going to make it. In She Got This, we are going to navigate through and ensure that everything is going to work out. Continue sharing, continue liking, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We will go far. We are going to create this community whereby we are going to create hope, build people, and encourage one another. See you guys.